tens of millions or maybe hundreds of millions to Black Lives Matter.
Because they're weak.
Which is all over a lot of these protests. So what does that mean about these corporations? Why are they paying that money out, Mr.
Because
President?
they're weak people, led by weak people, in many cases, not all corporations.
What does that mean, they're weak
I looked
people?
at numbers where one company is giving hundreds of millions of dollars.
When you say they're weak, what do you mean? Explain
because
that.
they just do what's the easiest path. That's not the easy path. That's a very dangerous path. Black Lives Matter is a Marxist organization. You remember pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. That was the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter. I said, that's a terrible name. It's so discriminatory. It's bad for black people. It's bad for everybody. And all of a sudden it becomes like sort of, although now if you look, it's going way down because people are tired of this stuff, what's going on, the Black Lives Matter. If you look at what's going on with the bats and a lot of thugs.
Running through D.C. last night.
Oh, it's terrible what's going on. But Black Lives...
And he used the white supremacist code word thugs too. He was on point. He was definitely on point with his white supremacist rhetoric. You know, it seems like, it doesn't seem like, it is the fact that we're the only group of people who take suggestions or orders from non-black people on what's acceptable. Right? Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Trump says Black Lives Matter is bad for black people. How do these motherfuckers know what's bad and what's good for black people? Dictating what race we are based off who we vote for. You know, that's not even a slap in the face. That is a body blow, you know, to black society. That's basically what the original Constitution said about black people. We're 3/5 of a person. That's exactly what Joe Biden and Donald Trump thinks of black society. Period. We're pawns in the game. Political pawns in the game. Right? And like I said, I mean, you know, Joe Biden, Trump, they continue to misuse and continue to, you know, basically accessorize black society for political gain. That's all it is. It's been that way since the inception of political parties, basically. You know, again, this pandering the vote and all that stuff, man, is what Trump and Joe Biden are doing for this upcoming selection, right? And that's exactly what they're trying to do. But again, we're seem like we're the only group of people who take suggestions from non-black people, right, on what's acceptable. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable. You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. You know? You ain't black if you don't vote for me. Black Lives Matter is bad for black people. Now, I would say this. I would partially agree with Trump. Black Lives Matter, the idea isn't bad for black people, but what Black Lives Matter stands for by eliminating the black father from the black family structure is a terrible idea. You read their mission statement on their website, they want to remove the black father from the household. Okay? And they believe in same-sex families, right? Raising children in same-sex environments. That's what they believe in. That is another form of eugenics. And that's what I don't agree with. So, yes, I would definitely partially agree with Trump in that assessment. But the idea of just Black Lives Matter, just the name itself, of course, I believe in that. Black lives do matter. But black lives never matter for over 500 years. That's why, you know, we've built this country for free, and we still don't have what's owed to us based off what our ancestors done, based off the traumatic effects of the slave trade, epigenetics, you know, causing mental, psychological issues that affects us till this day. Cognitive dissonance, post-traumatic slavery disorder, Stockholm syndrome, right? All that stuff still affects us till this day. And we haven't received one red cent of reparation, what's already owed to us. Just like the Native Americans, just like the Jewish community, just like the Asian community. We need ours too. We're American descendants of slaves. $8. That's what we are, right? So, Trump does have a point in that aspect. But again, I don't need him to tell me what's good and what's acceptable for black people. I don't need Joe Biden. I don't need anybody non-black to tell me what's good and what's not good for black people. And we're the only group that you hear that rhetoric from. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But anyway, man, those are my quick thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below, family. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGFitness. If not, just stay tuned and I'll just keep making update videos on my YouTube channel, GMOGMediaTV. Stay locked in, family. Until next time, signing out. Peace.